Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Absolutely Not Podcast. I'm your host, Heather McMahan. If you're watching this on YouTube, I apologize. Okay, this is the best I could do today. I'm in an oversized Levi's denim jacket, which I know is going to make me look enormous in the horizontal landscape feature. And I'm wearing my Ferrari hat that you'll see me wearing in multiple episodes because I just couldn't. I couldn't. Today was the day where I got up and I said, I'm enough. I can't. Okay? My fingers are swollen. My eyes are puffy. I'm a little bit bloated from the weekend. I've got yum yum sauce on my shirt. I just ate a poke bowl like an animal, like an absolute barbarian. And so this is all I can do. So let me be. I hope you're having a good day. I know y'all have to get up and, actually clock in and go be functioning adults out in the world, but I don't ever really get a day just to really slum it. And it's Monday when I'm recording this, and I'll tell you what, I'm fighting for my life right now. The coffee's not enough. I have an unsweet iced tea. It's not enough. I need an Adderall. I need something to pick me back up because the weekend took it out of me in a good way. But we are spent. We are drained. We need to get that love tank, in the words of Vicky Gunvalson. I need my love tank full. We just had a really wild weekend. Big show here in Atlanta, Georgia at the Fox Theater. It was so much fun. Had a blast. But I'll tell you what, I think doing shows for your hometown are actually the hardest because there's so much pressure on you to, obviously do a great job for your friends and family who are obviously the most judgmental people in your life. But you want to do a good job and rep your city, and you just want everything to go smoothly and to check everything off the list. And I'll tell you what, it was such a wild day. I thought I was going to wake up in my home, make my cappuccino, have my little morning routine, and I would feel refreshed. And then I'd get in the car and drive down to the theater, and it would just be easy breezy. But of course not. Next thing you know, my boy Manny's banging on the door at 10:30 a.m. He's redoing some stuff in our house. So he's got a measure for some cabinets that I'm having put in my new kind of she shed tour room. I'm redoing my old bedroom into a she shed tour room / could be a baby's room in 40 years if it needs to be. So anywho, so Manny's banging on the door. Dogs are going crazy. I'm out of almond milk. I'm having I'm looking down the barrel of a whole milk cappuccino. And you know what you shouldn't do on a show day? Mess up your routine. And I made myself a whole milk cappuccino, and immediately, I'd say 3.5 minutes after consuming said cappuccino, knew it was going to be toilet trouble the rest of the day. And that's why you don't mess up your routine. It was just chaos. My mom's asking me, what time the car's picking her up. I was like, this is why shows on the road are so much smoother for me, because I'm in my own space. I'm left alone. Even if you're dashing through the airport, I know how to run on that type of energy. Waking up with my family around me was not helpful. And I love them, but it did make me more stressed. And listen, the show in Atlanta was so much fun. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Everybody listening to this from Atlanta, Georgia, y'all are getting greedy. And I said it at the show. The amount of folks that I gave free tickets to, which I'm happy to do, okay? But we have to laugh about it. I gave a lot of tickets away to charity and, for some corporate people who were doing a give back for their employees. Happy to do so. That fills my heart. But the Fox at one point was like, Heather, you literally do not have another ticket you can give away. You're going to lose money performing for 5,000 people because so many people are coming up to the box office like, hey, I met Heather once at a Panda Express at Gwinnett Mall. You think I could get a couple free tickets? People were emailing me right before the show, where are my tickets at will call? Now, some of them were legit, and I just, we were like, okay, yeah, you're on the list. They messed it up, whatever, we got you. But I had random folks that I had never corresponded with once in my life somehow emailing me being like, hey, there's 12 of us at the front at will call. You think you got a couple extra to spare? I'm like, no, I'm losing money on the hometown gig. Your nearest and dearest always take advantage of you the most. And when I went to Chicago, what did y'all do? You sold the bitch out and didn't ask for a single handout. And what did I show you? My tits. So all I'm saying is, I mean, leading up to the show, I'm getting text messages from my mom's friends. Where do I park? What time are we eating dinner after the show? Like, let a bitch finish curling her hair and doing a get ready with me video, and then let me go do my job. And then even running on stage, like we had to start right at 8:00. So Ray goes and he's opening, and I run up the elevator to go do my leg lube pre-show and to gather my notes and gather my thoughts. And the next thing you know, I hear him saying his last joke, and I'm like, fuck. And I get in the elevator, which is this like crazy old-timey spooky elevator that has a little elevator operator running it. And I'm like, shit, he's literally about to get off stage, and I am still powdering my puss upstairs. So I run down, he runs off stage, and I'm like, it just the whole day was chaotic and energetic and wild and go, go, go that I almost missed my cue to go on stage. So when I walked out on stage to 5,000 people, I was like, what's happening? Did everybody find parking? You know, I'm like, I wonder if everybody found parking. There is one woman, an older woman, that I had been texting with back and forth. I don't remember where I met her. I thought it was someone else. And I was giving her some extra tickets. I invited her to a cocktail backstage after the show. And this woman is much older. And I thought I was texting the wrong somebody else. So then when I met her, I realized I have been texting a stranger for 3 months. She's not a stranger anymore. But I was like, oh, you're not who I thought you were. And I gave you like 40 tickets. Okay, cool. Like, I'm easy to get. But you know it's bad when your team's like, hey, so we're sold out, and 2, there's 45 people at the box office just saying they met you once in the 3rd grade. Can they get free tickets? I mean, for fuck's sake, guys. Help a bitch out. So I did threaten everyone. I was like, if y'all don't buy merch, because I'm now going to somehow be in the red after this show, you better buy a fucking hat. But y'all did. Y'all are the best. Listen, I'm allowed to give shit to my hometown because that's the only people I can really give shit to. I can't be rolling into like, Houston being like, what's up? I can give you enough shit, but I can't really lay it on you the way I want to. Because Atlanta's family. You know what I mean? I can come, I can roast, we can do some crowd work, but Atlanta is a place where I'm allowed to be like, sit your ass down and give me $45 for that balcony seat. Thank you. Thank you. But my friends surprised me. They were so sweet. I thought we were just having like a little quick team drink after the show. And my friends surprised me with a little after party with just like, our closest, nearest, and dearest from high school and college at the new Yeppa, which is opening on the Beltline. Now, Yeppa is also owned by our buddies Pietro and Steven, who own Storico Fresco. But Yeppa's been the spot that we've been really holding it down at for quite some time. And when you come in town, I always tell you, go to Storico Fresco or Yeppa. So both of those restaurants are in Buckhead, but they just opened a new one on the Beltline down by Krog Street. It is going to be out of control. So Steven, our buddy who owns it, and Tina coordinated a little after party. So we had the whole place to ourselves. It's not even open yet. This week is the grand opening. By the time this comes out on Wednesday, you will be able to go down to the Beltline and eat at Yeppa. And when I tell you we're like throwing back tequila shots, we're dancing to Bad Bunny. Because Steven's whole family's from Venezuela and they're there, and we're all just, you know what I mean? Nueva York, just like dancing to Karol G and Bad Bunny and doing the merengue and the salsa and taking tequila shots, but we're in an Italian restaurant. It was just wild vibes. So that was so sweet, and I was so glad I got to see everyone. But that was a nice little treat. So if I didn't see you out, some of y'all that I met at the meet and greet were like, where are we going? I'm like, Claremont Lounge. Well, I didn't make it to the Claremont Lounge because I blacked out at Yeppa. But if you're in Atlanta and you're coming to visit Atlanta, definitely check out their new location on the Beltline. And the Beltline in Atlanta is like our High Line, like the High Line in New York, but bigger. So it's a good time. It's a good time. But somehow yesterday, I wasn't even hungover when I woke up on Sunday. I got a rush, just a surge of summer energy. I stepped outside. It was muggy as hell. You know, when that summer hits in the South and it's 82 before 9 a.m. And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put on my Ferrari hat. a black tank top, some high-waisted shorts, some tube socks, and sensible sneakers, and I'm going to clean the patio. I mean, it was 10 a.m., and I'm on my hands and knees scrubbing all the patio furniture, putting up the umbrellas. The dogs are nipping at my ankles. My husband comes out, and he's a morning guy. He's up and at it doing his thing. He comes back from hitting golf balls, and he thought I had hired like a secret power lesbian for the afternoon because I'm pressure washing, I'm scrubbing, I'm fluffing outdoor pillows, I'm shaking the cobwebs off. We got a hornet's nest in the corner. I'm batting at it with the Swiffer, the Swiffer stick. He's like, "What got into you? Did you take drugs?" I'm like, "No. I just woke up in a great mood because the show went well and I was ready for action." Because you know what I like to do? I like to set up the Chateau McMahan summer situation. And if I can dedicate 2.5 hours to sweating my nuts off, then it's done. Then it is set. I rolled up the nice beach towels I got at the Masters because I think the green and white stripes will look good with the black and white stripe umbrellas. I'm fluffing everything. The dogs are at camp today, so when I get home, I got to go out there with a leaf blower. Now I know what you're thinking. Heather, these should be outdoor activities for your husband. But here's the deal. We all know it. If you ask them to do it, he's going to sit on his ass for a couple hours. I was hitting balls. Let me make a sandwich. Oh, the hockey game's on. Let me see the end of the PGA event. No, Mama wanted it done then. So while Jeff is very helpful and he does what I need him to do, he's our pressure washing king. In that moment, I woke up with an actual literal bee in my bonnet and said, I want to relax, and the only thing I can do to relax is to clean like a sociopath for the next 2 hours. And I know a lot of women were wired like that. I can't relax till I know the kitchen's clean. I cannot relax till I know the laundry has been changed. It's some sort of major character flaw in our genetics that we can't chill the fuck out until we lose our fucking minds. I can't sit down to watch a movie until I have whitewashed the baseboards of the basement. Like, what is wrong with us? What grown adult with free will wakes up hungover after their show at the Fox Theater and says, "You know what I want to do? Pressure wash the patio furniture." No sensible adult. And that was fun for me. I got excited. I had zest and zeal and just energy behind the eyes. That's not a normal thing to do on a hungover Sunday when the heat index is about 700. Meanwhile, I had been dancing till 2 a.m. at a private party, drinking tequila, dancing to Bad Bunny. She's got range, baby. She's got range. So I finally get out there. It's like 3 o'clock. Everything's clean. And I sit my fat ass on that giant chaise lounge that I got at CB2 that's the size of a full-size bed. And I plop down. Take a nice deep breath. I got my Stanley full of my electrolytes. I've got a magazine. I'm ready to go. And then what do you know? Here come the mosquitoes. Just everything's nipping at me. Macaroni's laying next to me going, "I'm getting eaten." And I said, "Fuck this." And we went inside. And then I had to call Mosquito Joe and say, "You got to get your ass out here. We're getting swarmed." So until the bug man comes, I won't be hanging out at Chateau McMahan. It's how it goes in the South. But we got to get it sprayed. So then I was on TikTok for the next 2 hours looking up homemade remedies of like rosemary water, apple cider vinegar, and a touch of your grandma's tears to help keep the bugs away. So until they come out there and they spray that DEET, that stuff that will absolutely give you cancer, my sensitive skin it can't handle it. So I did a lot of panic and cleaning and got a little neurotic there for a bit for not much. And then I was like, I'm an indoor kitty. I got to go inside. I'm swollen. I'm sweaty. I'm hot. I got to go inside. But there's nothing better. Summer evenings on the porch, drinking a nice glass of wine. There's nothing better. This season is a fun season. School's out. Everyone's graduating. And if you are a graduate of business school, high school, college, whatever, just Enjoy your time. There is no need to rush into the next season of your life. The best advice I could ever give college kids is stay in, baby. There's no reason. If it's not costing you an arm and a leg, like if somehow you finagled the scholarship system and you can afford it, stay as long as you want. There is no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow coming out to this side. Because next thing you know, you'll be 38 with a hormonal imbalance, pressure washing patio furniture on a Sunday because it makes you feel alive. Okay, we're taking off the jean jacket. I'm sweating. There's a place here in Atlanta that is like a indoor pickleball place. And so Tina and I went there for lunch today because we were like, we're starving. And this place looks cute. And we just went in there and watched people play pickleball while we had poke bowls. Like that's the level of discombobulation I'm at today. I'll watch other people exercise, but I'm going to get buffalo cauliflower in a poke bowl because I'm starving. But what else? Yeah, the Atlanta show was fantastic. It's just been, feel richly blessed. I feel so grateful to my city for coming out. And thank you guys for letting me dick around and have a good time. Hope you're having a great week, though. I know that we're wrapping up the school year. See, in the South, school's already out for summer, okay? Up north, y'all don't wrap up till the beginning of June. But I'm telling you, down in the South, Memorial Day is like halfway into our summer. We're wrapped. We're ready to go. Okay? We are at the lake. Well, I'm not because you never invite me, but we're in Kiowa Island. We're in Seaside, Sea Island. It's summer mode, baby. The white linen pants have been steamed, and honey, they are on, and I'm praying I don't get my period. It was always weird when I moved it to New York. The kids don't get out of school till June, and then they go back in September. By September, I have a turtleneck on, and I'm by a winter fire. I'm not actually because it's hot as hell here. But see, I try to explain to people, the reason we go back to school in the South in August is because it's so fucking hot here. In the month of August, you have to go indoors. Your children will melt if they're at soccer camp. They got to go be indoors learning about World War II next to that AC unit. That's the only way we survive. So just to clarify a few things. But speaking of New York, very excited. I am so unbelievably pumped to be wrapping up this spring leg of the Bamboozled Tour, the tour that I've had the most fun on ever. I truly have never had so much fun. This is the best one yet. And I get a lot of feedback from y'all, and I'm so grateful for that. And I feel like the feedback from everyone has been like, this is the best one yet. So if you don't have tickets to the Beacon, there are very few tickets left, but that is going to be a wild time. So our last show is Friday, May 30th at the Beacon. And then I'm taking a little time off from the road. I'll still be podcasting and scripting and doing all that other stuff. But I'll tell you what, Mama's going on vacation in July. And I'm so proud of myself. And Brian Kelly, who is my dear friend, the Points guy, if you're listening, I finally booked my first flight on Points. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, wow, she figured it out. Good for you. You don't realize, as somebody who travels as much as I do, I accumulate the points. But I'm dyslexic with numbers. So trying to, it's like Rain Man over here trying to figure out, move the numbers around. Okay, I need 80,000 points transferred from Amex over to my Chase, then over to Air France, plus a 25% bonus. Like, my brain doesn't work that way. But I figured it out. And I do want to give a shout out to a helpful tool that Brian Kelly taught me about. It's called point.me.com or point.me.com. Hold on. Let me pull this up. And this is not sponsored. Point.me. It's this like incredible website. And I don't think I read Brian's book. And in the book, I got a free trial for this company, Point.me. You literally go on this website. You type in where you're trying to go, what class you want, business or first, economy, whatever. And then you can connect your credit card points. So say I have Amex, I have Delta Sky Miles, and I have a Chase Sapphire business card or whatever. And it'll literally walk you through, show you the best point deals for wherever you're trying to go, and then it'll walk you through how to do it. I realize that this is a cheat code. I am biohacking the system, but I just need you to know this is the only way I could have done it. So did I figure it out on my own? I did not. Did I successfully book a trip using points so I'm not spending my cash? I did. And I'm very proud of myself. So just a little hack. I think it's like $200 for the year or 100 and something bucks for the year. It's worth it. That's all I'm going to say is I just saved thousands of dollars by signing up for this. So just a little tip and trick. If you want to do some traveling this summer and you have some of those credit card points, check this program out. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm just telling you what I know. Meanwhile, I have yum yum sauce on my shirt, so take it with a grain of salt. But we're going to Portugal. Jeff and I are doing a little Mallorca, doing a little bitty bitty bum bum. If you don't think that I will be blasting a Bad Bunny while I am in Mallorca, you don't know me. And I understand that he is a Puerto Rican man, but it's all in the family. You know what I mean? Bitty bitty bum bum. It's going to be great. And see, that's what I have to look forward to. I get to treat myself once a year by, I work my dick off. We all do. We're all busting it. And for a lot of gals, I mean, I met so many girls after the show who were like, you know what my vacation is? I send my kids to fucking camp. And then I sit on my back patio and just smoke menthols and drink martinis all summer. And I'm like, girl, you do you. You know what I'm saying? But I booked myself on points. We're going on a nice little vacation. We have a dear friend's wedding in Portugal. I'm very excited. Let's look up the Portuguese. What do they call those? Portuguese pastry. Hold on. What is the name of that? Pasta de nata. It's like, to me, that's the Portuguese version of like the pastry of your nana or your mom. Is nata, I feel like it's like torta de la nonna. The egg tart. Okay. Tina's already been to Portugal. It's her and Jeff's mutual friend. Oh, yeah. It's got lemon, egg yolks, all-purpose flour, white sugar, cinnamon. I mean, it looks to die for. I'm ready to eat those because I'm not really a breakfast gal. But you give me a little, what is it, a pasta de nata? Pastel? Yeah, pasta la nata. Give me a little bitty bitty bum bum. Pasta de la nata. Putting an L in I will be speaking Italian or Spanish, but I got to work on my Portuguese. But I'm very excited to have a nice, gorgeous whole milk cappuccino that won't make me shit myself. And a little, and a little pastry. I cannot wait. And I will come back 40 pounds lighter, and my neck will hopefully have been healed, and we will just feel fantastic. And that's what life's about. So I'm really trying to slog through these next 2 weeks of work in a positive way. Like, we're doing it. We got it. Lights at the end of the tunnel, baby. But we are also, while we're in New York, when we're in New York, we are going to Cowboy Carter, which I'm very excited about. So that will be fun too next week. I'm going to be in New York the whole week, running around. I'm going to go see my girl Karen, get a facial. We're going to MetLife. We're going to see Cowboy Carter. It's in Texas. And I think my outfit that I'm going to wear for Cowboy Carter is simply the costume I had custom made for the Breadwinner comedy special. I mean, I have a hat, a denim and diamond hat. I've got a long trench coat that says Breadwinner. I'm just going to wear my costume from Breadwinner to Cowboy Carter. Because, it's all about sustainability. We're all about shopping our own closet, So that's all I'm saying. Your girl's already got that look down. I've been doing denim and diamonds for a while now. So it's going to be a really fun week. Also, we're going to see our boy Logan Crosby's performing at the Bowery Electric on that Thursday night before the show. And then Friday, May 30th, is our big season finale, if you will, of this part of the Bamboozled Tour. And then take a little time off this summer, and I will be back just letting it rip with my rollerblades on and a jetpack full of Red Bulls and Jeff's tears ready to take on the fall. But I hope you're getting excited for the summer. And I hope maybe we should all write down a little like bucket list for things we want to do this summer. I mean, I'll be down for 2 weeks recuperating, but there's a couple things I'd like to do, get done. Maybe we all need a little vision board of a summer bucket list. That seems positive. I let everybody else, when it comes to work, plan the travel because my brain has got to be focused on the job at hand. But for some reason, when it comes to vacation, I somehow become the planner. And that's a wild thing for me to wrap my head around. And I was talking to one of my girlfriends about it, and she's like, well, yeah, you plan it because you want to get excited and have something to look forward to. And, whatever Jeff brings you, you're going to be like, no, that's not what I want to do. So I kind of give Jeff shit. I'm like, you're not even sitting down and asking. It's your friend's wedding. He's like, but you're the one who wants to plan it. And now while I'm doing this podcast, he is texting me hotels that he's found that he now wants to, throw some ideas in the ring. And I'm like, party's been planned, bitch. Show up, bring your linen suits. Mama's already done the work. You don't get to come in after I've already booked with points and say, hey, how about this place? Shut up, Jeff. Shut up. Oh, God. And we do this to ourselves, ladies. We do this. We bitch and complain that they don't do what we want. But if it's not done the way I want it exactly, I will kill him. And I know everyone relates to that. So then we do it ourselves and then we complain about it. And it's a vicious cycle. So there we go. There we fucking go. All right, enough about my problems. Because really, we're cooking with gas right now. We're feeling good. Let's get to some voicemails. Let me pull these up real quick. If this is your first time tuning into the podcast, well, what a wild time to be alive. But you can always call into the hotline, 800-213-7503. We call it the Absolutely Not line. It's a safe space for you to call in with whatever's troubling you, something that you might deem an absolutely not. Or you can just call in and, chit-chat. Yap. I don't care what you want to do. Just call me. All right, let's get to the voicemails.
Hi, Heather. I'm driving back from your Atlanta show now. It was so much fun, but I have to give an absolutely yes to this group of moms that my friend and I found. We're 28. They were 38, 39, whatever. We're standing in a bar, and they're like, do you guys want to come to a strip club with us?
Yeah.
And so we did. We all got an Uber. We went to Claremont. Best night I've had in years. Like, that place is crazy. So I just wanted to say absolutely yes to the moms at your Atlanta show.
Mm-hmm.
It was so much fun. I think I'm one and done with Atlanta, but I still had a great time. All right, love and light.
Love and light. I love that little jab at the end. I think I'm one and done with Atlanta, but listen, Atlanta will put you to the test. It'll see how strong you are, and then it'll fuck you up until you get your ass back to Hartsfield International Airport. You got, ma'am, you went to probably one of the finest establishments in the world. Lady Gaga has gone on record saying that this is her favorite bar in America, and that is the Claremont Lounge. The Claremont Lounge is a very historic piece of the fabric that makes up Atlanta, Georgia. It is an old school strip club where the strippers have stories to tell. One gal may come out to, dance on the bar. Her song choice may be 9 Inch Nails. You know that song, I wanna fuck you like an animal. And she may be pregnant. And that, to me, is just, it's high art. It really is. We have a dancer there who's been there, 40 years. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she will crush beer cans with her tits. Now, recently, I'd say probably 5 years ago, she got a breast reduction. And she no longer does that party trick. And if you ask her to do it, she'll hiss at you. But she is also a queen. There's a gal, and I think she still dances there. It's been a minute since I've been, named Coco. Coco is a gorgeous, curvy gal. Last time she danced for me on my birthday, I tipped her $100 because she said she was thinking about getting a BBL. And I said, girl, whatever you want to do, I support your journey. It's just a place that has grit and guts. And it's cash only. And when you walk outside after being at the Claremont Lounge, they have the best bacon wrapped hot dogs you've ever had in your life. They're like Italian sausages with a good bacon, and you just get this dog, and you're just sweaty and you feel filthy in a great way. And that's what I love. It's truly an iconic place. I always want to tell people too, like when you come to Atlanta, you don't stay downtown. You stay midtown and up. So people also make that mistake as well. We're not a downtown city. We're a midtown and up. Just an FYI. But I've had wild nights at the Claremont. Obviously we're known for Magic City. We used to have this place called the Gold Club. That was amazing until there was a racketeering thing that happened, and then a couple people got shot. So, the fun's over. But when you come to my city, I will always take people there. And that's where I thought I was going to end up. After the show, we got in the car, and I thought that's where we were going. I told people, meet us at Claremont, but my friends had something else up their sleeve, which was very sweet. But, I get it, though. Like when you go someplace and it just hits you so hard, you're like, it's a wrap after that. But I also love that you ran into a fun mom group and they were like my age. I mean, all my friends are moms except me. But I love that you're like, we ran into a fun mom group. When I think mom group, I think older. We're all moms. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. When I think mom group, I think like my mom. But listen, I'm glad that, the moms want to go out, okay? The moms want to have a great time. That was their night for release. And I just want to give a huge shout out to the amount of husbands that were in the audience just giving me life. The men showed up. The crowd work with the men was great. Y'all were hooting and hollering. We had a dentist from a small town called Villa Rica. Every time I said a joke, this guy was treating me like it was a night at the Apollo and I was Arsenio Hall. He just kept going like, whoa, 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 whoa. I would say something like tampon. He's like, tampon. He was a fucking hoot and a half. Oh my God. The whole night I was crying, laughing. And then I could see like the corporate guys from Delta in their suits like, oh, yes, I love that joke. Oh, did she just say pussy? Oh, that was fantastic. So it was just such a fun, wild night. But listen, I respect it. If Atlanta did you hard and did you dirty, I get it. But I think you should come back and I'll give you a tour of my Atlanta and I'll show you around. I'll show you around, baby. All right, let's get to the next voicemail.
Hey, Heather, this is Corey from Charleston, South Carolina.
Corey.
I have an absolutely not for you. I met you at the Masters practice weekend, and we were chatting, and I took a picture with you. This girl came up, and she took down my number, and she took down my email address, and she was going to send me my picture, and she totally never sent me the picture. And I thought it was going to be an amazing picture, and I thought I was going to keep it, and I never got the picture and was totally bummed. I was thinking maybe I would call her out on this podcast and maybe I would get the picture back. I don't know. I've had a little rosé. I thought I'd call her out. This is my one chance. I don't know. Gotta give it a try. Thanks, Heather. See you another time. Tiramisu, bitch.
Corey, I can't place like your vocal fry. I can't figure it out. Like you have a very unique, sweet voice.
It's the girl from TikTok that has that looks like a little vampire.
Yes.
And she's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna be a little silly goose."
Yes. I know who you're talking about. Yes, you do have Corey. You do have the same voice as this girl from TikTok who kind of like has this voice. Corey, I'm sorry that you did not get the picture. And also, I took a lot of photos that day. You have to realize one day at the Masters at a practice round, you're able to bring your camera. You're not allowed to bring your phone, but you're able to bring your camera. Now, if this person took down your number and they had a phone, they could work at the Masters. So we could whittle down who we think it might be. I don't remember when we took the photo. But if you were listening and you took a photo of Corey and I at the Masters, and you're not texting Corey the photo, shame on you. Do you hear how sweet and innocent Corey is? She needs this right now. Corey, I'm sorry that someone captured the joy and love connection that we had and then is harboring it for themselves, just hoarding our special photographic evidence of connection. They're probably doing perverted things with that photo. What a creep. But if you're hearing this, this is a public cry. Send Corey the photo of us at the Masters. That is what's nice about being at the Masters, like during the regular time. You can't take a photo. You can't do anything. So you just have to be present. You know, when I see you at the Masters, y'all will say hi, and we just kind of have to look into each other's eyes and hold palms and just breathe together. It's quite healing. Or I'm in the merch booth and I'm fighting with you over the last cashmere sweater that has a little Augusta symbol on it. And I'm beating back other women to get some sort of golf glove that has magnolias all over it. We're either cool or we're not cool at the Masters. Corey, though, we're going to find that photo. And you know what, Corey, maybe it'd be helpful we could recreate the photo. I would also really love to do that for you. So, Corey, if you could call back in or if you'll DM me, we will try and figure out a time that you and I can get together and recreate that photo. And we'll just hold hands. And I'll hold you and you can hold me because that would be a beautiful moment. You know, and that's the tough thing. Kind of reminds me of this weekend. Like, I just wanted to be present. I wanted to see my friends. I wanted to see all the Atlanta faces. I just wanted to be present in the moment. And there were so many outside things coming in. The texts, the calls, the amount of people texting me before the show asking, where do you park? Somebody texted me, we're running late from dinner. Hold the show. I'm like, bitch, no. But it is fun. It's like, all right, I'm on one with the people, doing the damn thing. But I did get at least 10 texts from people that I am friends with. Please hold the show. And I said, I've been here since 4. We're going on at 8:05. Get your ass in the seats. You didn't need that last espresso martini. Okay? Come on. Help me help you. I'm out here. The only thing I've had in my system today is a cappuccino and a protein shake and a handful of pretzels. Oh my God, after the show, before the meet and greet, we ordered Gio's Chicken. It's this like famous chicken place in Atlanta, Gio's. And they have this thing called the Amalfi chicken, which has like lemon and it's the most like juicy roast chicken. When I tell you, I came backstage, I took off my costume and I was basically naked, just gripping chicken breasts apart, dipping and soaking it in like one of the chickens had like olives and a spicy, some sort of pepper on it. And I'm just eating juicy chicken by myself, just scarfing it down. After the show. That was my treat to myself before I went out and did the meet and greet. So if I came out and I took a photo with you at the meet and greet and I smelled a little garlicky, my apologies. But I was starving. All right, let's get to this next voicemail.
Hey, Heather, this is Shannon in Charlottesville. You are my favorite comedian of all time.
Thank you.
And if I had a choice between seeing you doing stand-up and anybody else, I would choose you.
Thank you.
Every time.
Thank you.
And luckily last night, I did not have to make that choice because you were not in town, but Jerry Seinfeld was. And so my friends and I got together and decided we're going to the show. We're so excited. We get seated, and the show begins. Jerry's up there doing his thing. And the couple who is seated right in front of us, the girlfriend was recording most of the show on her phone. And it was so irritating, so inappropriate, so distracting. She also was not doing a great job. It was very shaky and blurry. And anyway, that's not the point. But my friend took it upon himself to just politely ask her to stop because it was just really distracting. And plus, you're not supposed to be doing that. Well, her boyfriend got so prickly about this that he turned around and tried to get into a physical altercation with my friend. Absolutely not to that. Let's all get on the same page about theater etiquette. And also, whoa, talk about unhinged. This is supposed to be a fun night. We're all laughing like, what in the world? So anyway, would love to hear your thoughts. Love you. Bye.
Love you, friend. Thank you so much for having my back and allowing me to be your favorite comic. But I'm glad you went and supported Jerry. Like, he needs more money. Bet people don't ask Jerry for free tickets to shows. But I fully agree. And it's tough. I will sometimes be in the middle of my show and I can see everything. So just so y'all know, I've said this before. If you fart on the back row, I know what seat you're in. It is really frustrating when people record. Now, when I'm coming out on stage, record away. Like, get the photos. We're doing the thing at the end, record. But the problem is so much of people's material either gets stolen or leaked or, when you're in the theater, it's supposed to be, and I really hate to say this to sound like cheesy or like it's bigger than what we're doing, but you're working on an hour. It's a work. Like, whatever happens in that theater, you change jokes around, you move things around, you do different crowd work. You never know. You have your set idea, but you don't know necessarily the full flow of where you're going to go. And so when people record it, they're stealing first of all, your IP, they're stealing your intellectual property, and also it just ruins it. So then you're in your head, you see the red light or you see them holding up their phone and you're trying to think about your next punchline and you want to go over here, but it's distracting over there. And you're like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm glad you said something, but I love the audacity that somebody wants, like, get prickly. I also haven't heard the phrase get prickly in a minute. I like that. Get prickly. He got prickly with me. You know what I used to love? Were these things called prickly pear margaritas from a Mexican establishment in New York. Man, what was the name of that place? Dos Caminos used to have a $35 prickly pear margarita, and you would pair that with a $45 guacamole. That was one of the best guacamoles you've ever had. And a tableside guacamole is a whole other experience. If you come over, you're at a nice place. If you come over with that cart and you're scooping the avocados and you're squeezing the lime and putting in the cumin and you're like, do you like it spicy? And you're like, on delay. And then they're putting in the jalapeno. Oh, there's something. You can really upcharge me if we're doing tableside guac. I also love a tableside tossed salad. And they pull out that crisp, cold plate and they're mixing the Caesar dressing in the bowl. It's got to be a wooden bowl. It's got to be wooden. The egg yolk at the bottom and the capers and the anchovies and the cracked pepper and they're whisking it. And then they throw the lettuce in and then they, shave that Parmesan cheese. Ooh. And that plate is cold and they hand it to you and you grip it with your little grubby fingers and you're like, oh, I love a cold salad plate. Those are my kind of establishments. Love a tableside situation. Oh, and then for dessert, you're telling me we're having tableside baked Alaskans? Bitty bitty bum bum. The best. Talk about dinner with a show. But back to my shows. This is why a lot of artists lock up phones. And I don't want to do it because I'm cheap and the price to do that is extremely expensive. These guys Chappelle's making a lot more money than I am. But there are times when you're like, oh my God, just put the phone down. On my last tour, I'll never forget, there was a guy in the front row and he had a pocket on his shirt and he had his phone kind of in his pocket. And I saw him hit record and I know he recorded my whole show. And I think he recorded my whole show because I was in a short skirt and it was like right up. I think he was recording my just right up my crotch, even though I have little shorts on. And I remember halfway through the show being like, this guy is fully recording my show. But maybe I'm on OnlyFans somewhere and I'll get a kickback soon. So I almost was like, do I acknowledge it? Do I say something? And then I just pussied out. I chickened out. What I would like to say is, though, to the woman at the Atlanta show who kept screaming, talk about the cruise. I thought I didn't want to curse her out. I don't know who it was, but somebody kept screaming about the cruise. And here's the deal. I have some jokes that I talk about on this tour about the cruise. But I also don't want to do a ton of cruise material because a lot of y'all got pissed that you felt left out, that you weren't on the cruise. Well, what do you want? What do you want? Help me help you. But this woman just kept saying, talk about the cruise. And I came off stage and Jeff was like, that was a great show. But who was that woman screaming about the cruise? I was like, I know. And at some point you get worn down by stuff on stage. And so you'll call some stuff out. And for the most part, people are just on board and we're giggling and we're doing crowd work and we're having a great time. But there are moments where you're like, what the fuck does this bitch want? But for the most part, theaters, etiquette is fun and everyone's been behaving and y'all have been great. So I can't truly complain. But I knew the Atlanta show, people, you give them an inch, they take a mile. They show up looking for free tickets. They're screaming shit at you. And you're like, come on, guys, I'm a professional. And they're like, no, you're not. I went to kindergarten with you. Show me that cooter. And you're like, fuck. But it always boils down to the people that know you, that are the closest to you, disrespect you the most. You know? And at one point, it was so hot on that stage. I had Jeffrey come out, and I was like, I could see him in the wing, and I kind of looked at him, and I was like, I could see he had a spindrift in his hand. And I was like, honey, come out on stage, and I need that spindrift. I'm so thirsty right now. And he poured that spindrift in my mouth on stage, and I was like, thank God I have my man in the wings. He may not pressure wash the patio the millisecond I ask him to, but damn it, Big Daddy's always on the sidelines with a cool bevy in his hand, ready to, quench that thirst. And that's why I keep him around. And also, when he came out on stage, I told him to smile. I go, smile, because I want y'all to peep that Invisalign. You know what I'm saying? I want you to peep that Invisalign. But I hear you. We do need to have probably just a quick, a punch list of things to do at theaters. Don't record the artist. I will go to Cowboy Carter. I might get a couple videos, but music's different. But other than that, I'm really going to try and put the phone away and enjoy the show. I want to be present. You'll get the outfit looks beforehand, and then I want to put that phone away and just be present. I want to be shouting for Blue Ivy, go girl! I want to be doing the dances, singing the songs. I don't want to be out. Every 4th of July, we record on our phones the firework display. And there's always 2 finale songs, either Katy Perry's Baby You're a Firework or I'm Proud to Be an American by Lee Greenwood. So it's the same shit every year. Why are you trying to catch it? Put the phone away, look up to the stars and just say, it's been a tough year, like the rest of us. But I'm glad you said something. And not that we need a citizen's arrest, but I do agree. If you've spent your hard-earned dollar and you didn't get a free ticket and you're in there trying to enjoy a show, there's nothing that takes you out of that scene in a worse way than somebody with their phone up or somebody talking the whole time. That was it. Like, if you're yapping, we can hear you. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and enjoy the show. But I'll tell you what, I feel so unbelievably blessed to have just had such a wildly busy, exhausting, but blessed spring semester. Q1 and Q2, we knocked it out of the park. I think about all the things we did. It's been kind of wild. Did the Golden Globes. We went further west. We survived the fires. I mean, that felt like that was 6 years ago. Started the tour. Hit the ground running. What else? We did a cruise. I can't believe we did the cruise. I also think, when you scream at the show, talk about the cruise. I don't think you realize, I need a couple more months to digest. I'm still waking up in the middle of the night having flashbacks like, we did it. I mean, we all need to sit down and kind of pat ourselves on the back and say, we made it. Summer's here. I know a lot of us aren't slowing down, but take a moment this week just to sit down and write down the things that you have accomplished and or gone through, been through, seen, done, heard eaten in the last couple months. And I think sometimes we need to take a step back to have a little perspective. You know? And hey, when you write it down, when you journal a little bit, you have a little attitude of gratitude. And I'm grateful for all of y'all coming out to support me, coming out and seeing me on the road, calling to the podcast. I really couldn't do it without you. So I feel very blessed. And I'm glad that you guys are with me on this journey. But in the meantime, don't ask for a free fucking ticket. Okay? My God. Okay. I will see you next in New York. Very, very excited. So again, I think we have a couple tickets left for the Beacon Friday, May 30th. So get your tickets at heatherontour.com. And then I'll see you in the fall. It's going to be a wild time. And of course, we'll be potting per usual. So let me know if you're going to be in Mallorca or Portugal eating pastries with me this summer. Let me know. Send me your recs. I'll see you right by the beach, boy. As always, you can call into the hotline 800-213-7503. But I will see you guys on the next episode. Ciao, Bella. Arrivederci. Bye.